Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jeff McCormack here. Hello, hello. First off, now I know I'm new to the videos here, and people who have just started following me, I thank you very much. Got some subscribers. Thanks to those who are promoting and cross-promoting new people like me. I appreciate it. Just let you know, I doubt I'm going to be keeping up videos this quick. I've been doing one almost every other day, but I guess two things could be the excitement of doing them, or just the fact that I keep getting things in. So the last video I had just gotten some things in the mail, and so I felt like I wanted to report on those. Well, today I got off work a little early because they let us go because of this being a holiday weekend. And so what do you do when you have extra hours and your family is not available? They're away somewhere without you. You go to the record store, especially when the record store has a holiday sale where all the used records are like $1 off. So that's what I did today. I went by the record store on the way home from work and found some goodies that I figured I'd share. First off, okay, so as I'm walking in the store, they always got, at the store, they've got boxes outside, out on the sidewalk to attract attention as people walk by. They're not marked, it's just a box of albums. They're not in the greatest shape, they're not in the plastic bags. And I've never inquired as to how much they are. But I went ahead, I was there, I started flipping through them, boom! Found two that I wanted. Again, didn't know how much they were. Went ahead and grabbed them, went in the store, went about my business looking at other things. Turns out when I got to the register, I said, by the way, these two are from outside. I don't know, are they a different price? He said, yes, they're 99 cents. 99 cents? Well, I'll take them. First off, Sammy Hagar, VOA. Now, I'm a big Sammy Hagar fan. The only vinyl I've got by him, I think, I do have Three Light Box, which I picked up used a while back, and I have the HSAS album. So I'm low on acquiring his albums. At the store, they had Staining Hampton, and they had one of his other ones, Street Machine, which is like one of my favorite albums. But they're not 99 cents. So they're on my list, and I will get them there eventually, hopefully. But this I couldn't pass up. Now, I looked at it. It's got some ring wear. A little bit of split, but the vinyl itself, I would say, is minor scuffs. It probably could be cleaned up, with a wet cleaning system. But really looked to me to be, very good minor negative type thing. Really clean, no scratches, no noticeable scratches. Brought it home, popped it on. Sounds great. Sounds 99 cent great. Actually sounds more like, this would have been, it's got a big bend on there. Their normal used record price is around $7, Probably would have eventually paid $7 for this. 99 cents, what a bargain. I was thrilled about that. The other one I got is Giuffria. This is probably the only Giuffria album that I really wanted to have. Take that back, I guess I wouldn't mind having their second one, but this is the only one I owned back in the day. Now, of course, it's a gold stamp promo, and it's got a number on it, which I'm assuming is from the record label. Again, 99 cent box. Looked at it, clean, very good, no scratches. It's got a little bit of ring wear and bends, but 99 cents? This album I've seen sell for a lot more than that. I definitely would not have passed it up for 99 cents. So I didn't. Here, I got it. All right, then I went inside, and since I had some extra time, I went through. They have boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of records, and so tend to go through there when I've got an hour or so at a time, and I'll go through certain sections, and I'll go through this section and go through the new section. So today I was able to actually go through a lot more than usual. I was there for closer to 2 hours, just going and flipping through a lot of their stuff. Found this, Rat. I'm a huge Rat fan. Don't have any. Okay, take it back. I don't really have any Rat vinyl. Like I said, take that back. I do have. All right, so I have this now. It's in good condition. This was a typical used price. I played it, stuck it in the vinyl. It's got an S on it, which I don't know exactly what that means. But for used price, this is a great album. I do have, and I thought about doing a. What do they call those? People call them the. I don't know, steel beam thing. I have the first album, the first EP. I have the first EP on the original Time Coast Records with the black and white background. It's sealed. This is one of those ones where, probably 15, 20 years ago, when I wasn't collecting vinyl, I don't even know, I was in a record store. They were one of those record stores that had DVDs and CDs and records. And this one caught my eye. One of my favorite albums. When I flipped over and saw that it was the original Time Coast, which is what I used to have because I bought this back in the day before Rattlers were, anybody knew who they were. Bought it in the indie section at a store. So I really wanted to have it. So all these years I've held it and I haven't opened it. And I know there's pros and cons to that. I'm hoping that with it being cheaper, 30 some odd years old, that I'm going to open it. Here's the thing. I've been holding on to this and I don't have a record player, so I'm like, I never had nothing. I had no turntable to play it on, so it's just been with my records. Then when I got the record player, I thought I should pop it open and start doing it, playing it. But then I thought, wait a minute, maybe I want to do one of those openings on a video. Maybe I'll start doing vinyl videos. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll hold off until I do that. Well, you know, a little over a year later, here I am starting to do videos. So I think it's about time because I really would like to break it open, make sure it's not going to get warped, and give it a spin. So that's the only other Rad album I have. I really went out of the cellar, and now I have, you know, Invasion of Your Privacy, and I want to get, you know, the rest of them from there. So anyway, it's a good one to find. This. You ever buy a record just because? Anyway. 10 Best from the West Pure Rock. Nothing like an 80s compilation. Still sealed. This was released in 1987. A bunch of unknown bands from the West. Now some of these names sound familiar to me now. I don't know. I don't have any of their music. I'm assuming it's the same band that maybe went on to become popular, or just a band that had the same name. But a lot of these names I've never heard of. Snake Rock, Drive, Britain, that's the band, I've heard of them. Steel Master, Bedwild, Silent Rage, I've heard of them. Again, I'm not sure if it's the same Silent Rage I've heard of, but I've heard of that name. Targa, Tarrga, Fans, Fanz, Swan, and Nightfall. Well, anyway, obviously Pure Rock, and obviously when you look at the pictures, I mean, we're talking pure 80s hair metal, sleaze rock, right up my alley. There's no way that this is going to be bad because I love unsigned type bands like this, and yeah, it's even got connections out of California. So, you know, probably some of the bands you never heard of that were really good. Then I was looking through all the records, like I said, looked through their new stuff. I went in there kind of looking for the new, that new released double red Twisted Sister vinyl, the Live at the Marquee came out a couple weeks ago. I hope they had that there. I was going to go ahead and buy that, but they did not have that. They have a section where they take new vinyl and mark it down. I always check that because that's where I've bought a lot of good stuff. And lo and behold, 2 albums that I've had my eye on since the day they were released. But, you know, they're not super high priorities, so, and they're, you know, 20 some, 22, 23, 24 dollars. So I thought, well, I'll just wait on those. Well, the wait is over. Loudness, Thunder from the East, red vinyl. Oh, absolute favorite Loudness album. No, I love all the Loudness albums. Though I would say the past stuff in the past 20 years has probably been a little more alternative than I like. Okay, I like all of the 80s, early 90s, and some of the Japanese stuff. But this album, yes, it's the American Walk and Walk Crazy Nights. Anyway, this is where it started. This is where it ends for me. This is just like the best. Electric Eyes, I'd like to get that on vinyl. That too is one of my favorites. But this, you know, and that's probably why they released this, reissued this in October. Red vinyl. Anyway, this one was $22, marked it down to $14. Couldn't pass it up. This was well worth that. Like I said, I've had this on my wish list for months. And then the other was Michael Schenker, Built to Destroy. At the same store, I have purchased the first Michael Schenker. They had both. I grabbed the first one. Had my eye on this one, and again, this one was $23, marked it down to $13, $12.95. This was Gary Barden years, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. Same with the first album. So now starting at the end, I've got the first and second, and then of course, as shown in the previous video, I've got the most recent. So hey, I've got the tail ends there, first two and the very last one. Long way to go, a lot in between to try to find on vinyl. This is cool. Anyway, the US mix, which if you're not familiar with that, when they re-released the remastered CD, it had both the US and the UK mix. For those of you not aware, a lot of times back in the 80s especially, I know it was that way with these guys, and I know it was that way with the Whitesnake Slide It In. Sometimes the UK mix isn't as appealing to the US producers and distributors, and they're like, no, remix it to make it more commercial, or make it more this, or make it more that. So there was a remix done. Sometimes they may bring up the guitars, actually make it a little less commercial for the American audience. It really depends. And I forget exactly what they did with this, but when you listen to the two, you know, it's just sort of kind of noticeable. It's not always super, you know, different. But I do know that the CD for this came out, it had both versions, and the Slide It In Deluxe Edition has both versions. So anyway, exciting, great stuff. Nice day, nice way to start my weekend. Just wanted to share that. I think that is all I've got for now. I got a lot of things planned to share, and like I said, tried to keep from getting where I'm wanting to put out a video every day. Just don't want to overpower things, so I've got to constrain myself. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks all of you all who subscribed. Let me know if you think I'm doing something wrong. Let me know if you think I can do something better. Otherwise, I just love to share my musical experiences and what I'm finding, and hope you're enjoying watching. Thanks a lot, and rock on. Later.